You ever notice how the moment you stop caring, she starts chasing? Like, the second you pull back, suddenly you matter again. She texts more. She's curious. She's trying to get your attention. You think it's a coincidence? It's not. This isn't just a random pattern. It's a psychological trigger baked deep into the human mind, especially in relationships. And today, we're going to break down exactly why this happens, and why your disinterest is more powerful than any love letter you could ever send. See, at first, you were all in. You were giving her attention, showing her care, maybe even making yourself too available. And for a while, she liked it. She enjoyed the validation, the warmth, the feeling of being desired. But then something shifted. She didn't pull away because she stopped liking you. No, it's because the game became too easy, predictable, safe. And as crazy as it sounds, people rarely chase what they already have. It's when you pull back that they start to feel the absence. That space creates tension. And that tension, that's what sparks attraction all over again. Now think about this for a second. How many times have you heard someone say, as soon as I moved on, they came back? That isn't some rare miracle. It's cause and effect. When you stop texting her first, stop checking up on her, stop giving her the emotional safety net, something clicks in her mind. It's like you flipped a switch, you've disrupted the dynamic, and suddenly she starts wondering, did I lose him? Is he gone? That panic, that fear of loss, it reignites interest. But this isn't about playing games or being manipulative. This is about understanding how attraction actually works. Because the truth is, when you show someone that you need them too much, you give away your power. You place them on a pedestal. You teach them that their value is higher than yours. And the moment someone feels they have you completely, the mystery disappears. The challenge fades, and with it, so does the excitement. People want what they feel they could lose, not what they know they already own. That's why the moment you stop showing up all the time, she starts to wonder what happened. When you go silent, she starts to get curious, and curiosity is the birthplace of emotional re-engagement. She starts thinking about you more. Your name pops up in her mind, not because of what you're doing, but because of what you've stopped doing. And this is where the real magic happens. You're not pulling away out of anger. You're not acting cold to punish her. You're simply reclaiming your focus, your peace, your time, and in doing that, you're signaling something far more powerful than words ever could. You're saying, I don't need you to feel complete. And that message, it shakes her. Because most people are used to being chased. They're used to being reassured. When you stop doing that, when you start prioritizing yourself, it messes with their internal narrative. It's no longer about you needing her. It becomes about her wondering why you don't anymore. Let's be real. Mystery creates desire. Silence creates tension, and tension in romantic dynamics is one of the most potent fuels for attraction. It's not the constant compliments or good morning texts that keep people interested. It's the uncertainty. It's the space between the attention. That's where the emotional weight builds. That's where obsession is born. So when you stop texting first, when you stop initiating every call, when you start putting your energy into your own life, you don't become less attractive. You become magnetic. Now don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean you should be cold, rude, or emotionally distant. This isn't about faking it. This is about actually shifting your mindset from seeking to choosing, from chasing to attracting. You're not withdrawing to punish, you're simply taking a step back to let her lean in. And here's where it gets even deeper. When you lose interest, or at least when you stop expressing it constantly, you stop feeding her ego. And if she was using your attention to validate herself, that ego takes a hit. That's when she begins to question, why isn't he chasing me anymore? That's when she starts viewing you differently, not as a man who's waiting for her, but as a man who has options, a man who's focused, unbothered, and rare. You become the plot twist, you become the mystery again, and you better believe she'll come running. Because here's a truth that many won't tell you. It's not your effort that keeps her interested. It's your absence, your silence, your self-respect. When you demonstrate that you're not here to beg for love or fight for scraps of attention, you put yourself in a position of power. And power in relationships is incredibly attractive. So if you're watching this and you're feeling tempted to double text her, to ask where you stand, to prove your worth. Don't. Let her feel the loss. Let her wonder what happened to the guy who used to chase. Let her sit in that silence, because the moment she feels like she's not your priority anymore is the moment you become hers. Don't ever forget, when you act unavailable, when you stop showing up every single time, you show her what life looks like without you. And if she truly values you, she won't let that distance grow. She'll come to you. Now, if this message truly struck a chord with you, if it felt like I was reading your thoughts out loud, like I just described a situation you've been stuck in for way too long, then I want you to pause for a second and really take this in, because this isn't just about her. It never was. This is about you, about the version of yourself you've been ignoring just to hold on to someone who barely sees your worth until it's too late. The truth is, when you pull your attention back, when you stop reaching out, when you stop texting first, something shifts, not just in her, but in you. That silence, that distance, it creates space, not just for her to miss you, but for you to finally meet yourself again. The self-respect you buried under unread messages and late-night overthinking, it comes back, slowly, strongly, silently, and she feels it, every inch of it. So if you've been stuck in that cycle, chasing validation, waiting for replies, hoping she finally sees your worth, this is the moment where it ends. And not because she texted you back, not because she suddenly realized what she lost, but because you did. You realized what you were losing every time you settled for less, every time you over-explained, every time you tried to prove your value to someone who only wanted you on her terms. You don't need to chase anyone. When you act unavailable, when you stop pouring energy into someone who only comes alive when you pull away, you reclaim everything. So if you're done with chasing, done with guessing, done with being the one who always cares more, subscribe right now. Not for me. For you, for the you that's been waiting to rise again. This channel is built for people like you. We talk about the truth no one else wants to admit. We break the dating rules that keep you weak and teach you how to stand in quiet, unshakable strength. And finally, remember this. You're not losing her when you walk away. You're not being cold. You're not playing games. You're protecting your peace. You're reclaiming your pride. You're rebuilding your identity. And if she only wants you when she feels you slipping away, then she never truly wanted you. She wanted the comfort of being chased. She wanted the thrill of control. Let her chase that feeling somewhere else. You've got a future to build, a life to live, a version of yourself that's too powerful, too grounded, too healed to beg for anyone's attention. You're not losing her. You're finally, fully, unapologetically regaining you. And that, my friend, that's the most attractive thing in the world.